In this video, we're going to be talking about the best NFTs under 1 Ethereum. I know there's a lot of people out there that are entering the NFT space that don't have a ton of money to start, and most of the high-end blue chip collections or the highly regarded NFTs are extremely expensive at this time. But I still know a lot of people out there want to get into NFTs but purchase something that is quality inside of their price range. And that is why I decided to create this video, and we'll specifically be talking about the best NFTs that are under 1 Ethereum or just at that 1 Ethereum price. I've chosen 10 NFT collections to showcase to you all here today that I was able to pinpoint that are around that price range. Now those 10 NFTs are going to be split up into 4 different categories. We're first going to start off with community / profile picture NFT collections. We're then going to move on to utility NFTs. From that point, we're going to go to historical NFTs and then finally to gaming NFTs. All of the assets we'll be talking about today are going to be around that 1 Ethereum price range as well as under it too. So you're definitely not going to want to miss out on today's video because I know a lot of people in my Discord server as well as people in the comment section of my videos have been asking for a video like this. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button if you end up enjoying or finding value in today's video. It is greatly appreciated. And really quick, I do want to give a disclaimer and mention that this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research and make your own decisions. I'm as well not sponsored, paid, or associated with any of the NFT projects that we will be talking about here in today's video. I also do want to mention that NFTs around this price tend to be a little bit more risky than some of these higher end blue chip NFTs or highly regarded NFTs we see existing here in the space today. The lower in price NFTs or certain NFT collections tend to be, it becomes a little bit more risky compared to those higher end tier NFT collections that exist. So that is just something to keep in mind. And with that out of the way, let's hop right into it. And the first type of NFT collections we're going to be talking about here today are going to be profile picture, avatar, and community styled NFT collections. These are the most common form of NFTs that you see exist here in the space today, right? You see people adopting these profile pictures or these avatars as their own virtual identity within Web3. And the first NFT collection I wanted to mention here today is going to be Roboto's Official, right? So Roboto's is this NFT collection that consists of these cute little robots we are taking a look at here. It currently stands at a 0.869 Ethereum floor price, and the team behind this NFT collection is completely public, and the main person, the founder and creative of this NFT collection is Pablo Stanley. And Pablo has an experience in developing art in the past and has also made himself a credible name within the NFT space. Now, Roboto's is definitely one of the better well-known brands in the NFT space at this time, partnering up with Coinbase NFT Marketplace, which is an up-and-coming marketplace that we'll be releasing here very soon, as well as Deadfellows to release some NFTs over there as well. They have also secured partnerships with many other NFT projects as well. Now, taking a look at the art, for me personally, I'm a fan of the art. It definitely fits the aesthetic and style that we see existing right now that is extremely popular, but we have to keep in mind these were released quite a while ago, right, compared to a lot of the newer NFT collections that are releasing here today. These fit really well as a profile picture, and I remember when Cool Cats had its initial explosion to some all-time highs that other people started speculating on Roboto's and Deadfellows because it had a similar art style compared to Cool Cats. And this was very early on in the NFT space where this type of art style was only consisting of those 3 NFT collections, right? Cool Cats, Roboto's, as well as Deadfellows. And when we saw that initial rise, like I said, of Cool Cats, we saw the rise of these other 2 NFT collections as well. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and that was also one of the first reasons I decided to buy into Deadfellows, because I knew that type of artwork, that type of art style really resonated with the NFT community. And talking about the community behind this NFT collection, they currently stand close to 60,000 followers on Twitter, and inside their Discord, they have currently over 26,000 people inside that server. So Roboto's tends to be one of the more credible communities and NFT collections that exist out there here today, and I believe the community within that Discord server and that are following up on Roboto's is extremely tight-knit. I think this project tends to be one of the better NFT collections for new people entering the space and looking to purchase their first NFT. So like I said, those are just some of my opinions on Roboto's. I'm a fan of the artwork. I think it's great that the team is completely public and the founder and creative behind this NFT collection is a credible person within the NFT space, and it does seem that Roboto's is building in the back end, trying to secure more partnerships, more collaborations with other individuals and other businesses as well as projects within the NFT space. So those are just some good signs for me for this NFT collection here. Moving on, the next NFT collection I wanted to talk about here today is going to be Mechaverse, which currently stands at a 0.979 Ethereum floor price. Now, Mechaverse consists of these robots, these mechas that we are taking a look at here. And if you have been in the NFT space for a little bit now and you were able to see the mint of these NFTs, you probably don't have the best image of Mechaverse. They did have some problems during mint as well as reveal that was not really well picked up from the NFT community. And in my opinion, that definitely hindered some of its initial success, but at the same same time, despite all of that happening, they have been continuing to build and add more things and add more value to the holders behind these NFTs we are taking a look at here. To talk a little bit more about it, in my opinion, I have to say this artwork continues to compete in the highest quality level of art that I have ever seen within the NFT space. Taking a look at these three models here, I mean, they are absolutely fantastic. The creators behind this NFT collection, Matt and Maddie, are just phenomenal and very well talented artists. Even with the NFT collections that are releasing here today, I feel like it doesn't compete with the level of artwork that we are seeing here for a lot of these NFTs for Mechaverse. Now that is just my opinion, but I do think a lot of work went behind these 3D models and are extremely high quality compared to a lot of other 3D models that are being released right now, as well as 2D static collections. Now, like I said, the team and founders behind this NFT collection consist of those two founders I did mention, Maddie and Matt, right, who have experience creating art for quite some time now. I believe they have been creating this level of art or their artwork for years now. They were able to build up a community on Instagram as well as some other art platforms prior to releasing this NFT collection, but obviously gained a lot more attention once they released Mechaverse here. This was one of the most hyped NFT collections we have ever seen in the NFT space, right? Prior to all of these other NFT collections that are releasing, like Invisible Friends, like Tasty Bones, right? Mechaverse was that initial one that was like, oh my god, everyone has to mint this. But like I said, it did have some problems during mint as well as post reveal, right? So it kind of hindered that overall excitement for the Mechaverse NFT collection. And in my opinion, they have been able to build past that, and now they are airdropping, I believe, their first companion NFT. This isn't their first airdrop, but this is their companion NFT we're taking a look at here, these little cute robots. And I also think the art style and just overall art for these NFTs we're taking a look at right here are extremely high quality. And taking a look at the community, we can see this still stands to be one of the largest communities within the NFT space, currently standing at 267,000 followers on Twitter, and I believe in their Discord server there are over 150,000 people inside of that server. So like I said, under 1 Ethereum or around that 1 Ethereum price, I do still find Mechaverse pretty interesting, right? They have been building their community, adding value to these NFTs, and it seems that the founders and the creatives behind this NFT collection have learned from their mistakes, or at least I hope so, and are continuing to add value and have future plans for this NFT collection. Now, I know that might be a little controversial to say, but at the same time, I would love to hear some of your thoughts and opinions on what do you think about Mechaverse in the comments below. And finally, the last avatar slash profile picture NFT collection we're going to be taking a look at here is going to be Tasty Bones, which currently stands at a 1.08 Ethereum floor price. It consists of these NFTs right here, which contains this little skull character that we are taking a look at here. Now, this project is extremely new. They just had their mint a few days ago, and their reveal just happened, I believe, under 48 hours ago. Now, I tend not to talk about new projects this quickly, but at the same time, I have seen some really good signs or some really good things overall for the Tasty Bones NFT collection. And I thought I would mention it here because we are talking about Ethereum NFTs that are under 1 ETH or around that range. First, taking a look at the artwork here, I'm a really big fan of this overall art style and aesthetic we are taking a look at here, right? I really like the character design. I think it looks extremely nice as a profile picture, and it really fits with that narrative of that cool cat slash doodle narrative that we have been seeing succeeding in the NFT space for quite some time now. I think they were able to do it in their own unique style, and I'm a really big fan of it, right? And here are some of the more rare ones that we can see right here. I believe these are called demons, and some of these are just really cool in my opinion. The team and founders behind this NFT collection are also completely public, and they made it extremely easy to be able to identify who these individuals were and be able to just identify and do research on whether or not these people had what it took to run an NFT collection like this. They outlined their background as well as their experience within the NFT space and outside of it too. Now, moving on, taking a look at the community, they tend to be one of the larger communities within the NFT space, currently standing at around 252,000 followers on Twitter, and then on Discord they have close to 25,000 followers on that server as well. And other than that, I've just been seeing some good signs for Tasty Bones here, right? Out of all of the NFT collections, hyped ones that have been releasing in the past few weeks, this was one of the only ones that have been really successful, or at least successful enough to really separate itself from the other NFT collections that have been releasing. I also do see a lot of people within the NFT space, people that I respect greatly, also really liking Tasty Bones and adopting some of these NFTs as their profile pictures or avatars. So those are just some good signs for me personally. But at the same time, it is still extremely early for this NFT collection. They still have a ton of proving to do, right, in order to see what they do after their mint and how they're able to execute and provide value back to the holders of these now NFTs. What are they going to be able to do with the amount of money that they have raised so far? And what type of partnerships, collaborations, and different types of value are they going to be able to provide for the holders of these NFTs. These are all things to look out for and keep in mind if you are considering in purchasing a new NFT collection that just minted. But overall, like I said, they started off extremely hot, so hopefully they are able to continue doing so. And those were all the avatar and profile picture NFT collections I wanted to show you here today. And now we're going to move on and talk about utility NFTs. And I think these projects have the opportunity and potential to provide exclusive access and different forms and utility for the holders of those NFTs. And the first NFT collection we're going to be talking about here is going to be Adidas Originals into the Metaverse, which currently stands at a 1.395 Ethereum floor price, which consists of this NFT right here. Now I know this one stands a little bit more on the expensive side, but I also believe this is the most expensive NFT we're going to be talking about here in today's video. And we can see what these NFTs look like here, and obviously the team and founders behind this NFT collection is going to be Adidas themselves. And Adidas is a massive company. I believe is worth close to $40 billion and is one of the largest fashion companies in the world. Now the reason why I wanted to talk about this project here is because I think Adidas has the potential to provide a ton of different utility and perks and benefits for these NFTs here. As I said, this is a massive company, so they have a lot of different connections and a lot of money and capital to put behind these NFTs to truly provide value to the holders. I have mentioned this before, but I also see what Nike and Artifact Studios are doing within the NFT space, and they are doing incredible right now. The Artifact Clone X NFT collection currently stands at a 14 Ethereum floor price, right? And I believe the Nike Monolith, which I believe that's what it's called, is currently standing at a 5 Ethereum floor price, which was airdropped to all of the Artifact Clone X holders, which is amazing, right? Considering they just got airdropped $15,000 worth of NFTs. And I'm not saying Adidas is going to do the same exact thing, but I also do think Adidas is kind of a step behind with what Nike is doing within the NFT space. And if all of us truly do believe fashion is going to be a major sector within the NFT space and the metaverse in general, I believe Adidas will have the opportunity and will provide value back to the holders of these NFTs right here. They haven't said that they would be dropping a profile picture or avatar NFT collection here in the near future, but that could be a possibility. Who really knows, right? So that is the way I am truly thinking about this, right? And I'm overall betting on the Adidas brand, and I don't think that is a terrible bet to make. Something else to note is that you're going to also be able to burn these NFTs right here to receive a physical product from Adidas themselves. You'll also be receiving a phase 2, phase 3 variation of this NFT right here, so don't worry, you're not going to just be left out without an NFT. You'll also get an NFT in return, right? And then at the very end for phase 4, I don't know exactly what they have planned for yet. They haven't announced it, but it does seem that something is coming for phase 4 where you're going to be able to exchange your 1155 token, right, into an ERC 721 token, which will be unique. As of right now, all of these NFTs are essentially the same thing, which is this token right here that we are taking a look at. But at phase 4, you're going to be able to receive a different token, right, an ERC 721 token, which should be interesting to see. And something to note, that is not the main reason why I think the Adidas NFT is one of the main reasons. I think it's one of the better NFTs at around this price range. Like I said previously, I think Adidas is a major brand, and I think Adidas knows the potential of fashion inside of the metaverse, and they're going to be able to reward the token holders of these NFTs here. That is why I'm mentioning it here in today's video. Now, there's a lot of speculation involved with that, so just keep that in mind, but that is where my thought process is at currently. Moving on, the other NFT collection that is associated with utility that I wanted to mention here today is going to be Lynx DAO. Now, Lynx DAO currently stands at a 0.589 Ethereum floor price and consists of these NFTs right here. We can read right here that Lynx DAO is creating the modern golf and leisure club. A global community of thousands of enthusiasts have come together to create one of the world's greatest golf clubs and reimagine the country club. Lynx DAO NFT will allow for community access, governance, a wide variety of perks, and games in the near term. They will also be the key to unlocking membership at Lynx DAO's first golf and leisure club. So we can see right here that these NFTs are going to provide different levels of access to their overall golf club here. Something else to note is that they are also using the money that they have raised for this NFT collection to potentially be buying an entire golf course. And there's most likely going to be some sort of utility and access that these NFTs here, or the holders of these NFTs, are going to have entering that golf course if that does end up happening. I also do find these types of NFTs pretty interesting, right? DAO NFTs, which are kind of similar to what we were talking about with Adidas's NFTs. It's not the same exact thing, but there's different types of access and utility that can be provided by holding one of these NFTs for this activity here. So if a person is a really big fan of golf and this is one one of their main hobbies, I can see a ton of utility being provided here, potentially for holding this NFT. Now, it's also going to depend on whether or not the DAO is going to be able to execute on some of the promises that have been mentioned here. Something else to note is I believe Steph Curry did buy one of these NFTs here, which I think is pretty cool, and you're potentially going to be able to have access to communicate to a ton of these different people that are located inside of this community. So I thought that was just one of the more interesting NFTs that I have seen that are located under one Ethereum. And those are the two NFTs that I had here mentioned for utility type of NFTs, and now we're going to move on and talk about historical NFT collections. And this is some of my favorite genre of NFTs, and the first NFT collection we're going to be talking about here is going to be Kuro cards. Now, Kuro cards is one of the first NFT collections that was ever posted on Ethereum, releasing back in 2017, and currently stands at a 0.425 Ethereum floor price. Now, there's a lot of people out there who really like collecting these historical type of NFTs, right? As NFTs continue to grow as an asset class, some of these very early NFTs could be looked at as just those fossils from the early era of this overall space. They could also serve to be major inspirations for the current state of NFTs that we see here today. Think of it like this: CryptoPunks inspired so many other profile picture and avatar collections that exist in the landscape here today, right? They are the first NFT collection, profile picture avatar collection, that consisted of those 10,000 NFTs. And look at it now, all of these avatar NFT collections for the most part released 10,000 NFTs within their collection, and even Bored Ape Yacht Club was inspired by CryptoPunks. Now, something to note, with historical NFTs, I wouldn't be picking one of these up if I was looking for utility or value being provided back to me as a holder. I would for the most part say that these are purely collectibles, right? There's not going to be any other added value or utility that is going to be provided back to you as the holder. At least that is for most historical NFT collections, right? So I would personally just treat it as a collectible that could potentially rise in value over time. And Kuro cards is definitely one of those historical NFTs that sits under one Ethereum that is truly historic within the NFT space. I believe it's often considered as the first artwork that was ever located on Ethereum, the first artwork Ethereum NFT that ever existed. And we can see here there has been a ton of volume that has been traded for this NFT collection, close to 37,000 Ethereum that has been traded, which is a massive amount of money flowing through this collection. And some of the floor prices for these NFTs could exceed 40 Ethereum, possibly even 50 Ethereum like we see here. Now, the floor price for the most common Kuro card stands to be 0.425 Ethereum, which is this one right here. Now, Kuro cards also does have a pretty strong community behind it as well. Their Discord server is extremely active and filled with people who love historical NFTs. I would say this is one of the better known and well-established historical NFT brands that do exist within the space. And another brand that really stands out in terms of historical NFTs is going to be Mooncats, right? So Mooncats is also very well known for being one of those very older NFTs that released back in 2017. And they currently stand at a 0.575 Ethereum floor price. And we can see here it consists of these pixelated cats, right? These colorful pixelated cats we are taking a look at. This is one of the earliest NFT collections that was ever posted on the Ethereum blockchain, right? And a lot of people are big fans of these NFTs. We've seen prominent celebrities and influencers within the space like Gary Vee and Logan Paul even announce that they have purchased some really expensive Mooncats. We can see right here that this Mooncat, specifically this white Mooncat, sold for 160 Ethereum, which is a massive amount of money. And something cool to note here, if you want to see which one of these Mooncats were minted back in 2017, not minted years later once this collection was rediscovered, you can go filter here, filter by rescue year, click 2017, and you're going to be able to see all of the Mooncats that were specifically minted back in 2017. And we can see the floor price for these Mooncat NFTs tends to be a little bit higher compared to the floor price for all of the other Mooncats that do exist. But even so, all of these NFTs here are considered to be historical NFTs. And finally, the last historical NFT collection I did want to mention here is going to be Crypto Skulls, which has made waves recently after being rediscovered and being the second NFT profile picture collection that released after CryptoPunks. And we can see that these released back in 2019 here and consist of these pixelated skulls we are taking a look at. Now, when these were first rediscovered, there was a ton of different people talking about it on Twitter and within the NFT community. We even had Gary Vee, I believe, purchase one of these for an incredibly high amount of money. We can see right here, I believe this is the one that Gary Vee purchased, and he purchased it for 100 Ethereum. As you can see, even Gary Vee and a lot of other people within the NFT space really like historical NFTs, right? And Crypto Skulls was definitely one of those. Now, Crypto Skulls, similar to Kuro cards and Mooncats, tend to have a really strong community that is circulating around historical NFTs. NFTs. So if you were really interested in that, these are the types of NFT communities you probably would want to go to. And those are the 3 NFT collections located within historical NFTs, which are under 1 Ethereum or around that price range that I did want to talk about here today. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there who really enjoy collecting historical NFTs that exist in the space already. And there's a lot more people, I believe, that are going to be coming into the NFT space as the space continues to grow that are going to look at these NFTs as historical artifacts. It'll be interesting to see how the price fluctuates for these NFT collections here. I'm not completely sure where it's going to end up going, but I personally am an historical NFT collector myself. I enjoy picking up historical NFTs, so this is definitely a sector, and some of these NFTs I am going to be looking at. And the last 2 NFT collections we're going to be talking about here in today's video is going to be located in the final sector of NFT collections we will be speaking about, and that is going to be gaming NFTs. Now, there's 2 specific gaming NFTs that I did want to highlight here that are under 1 Ethereum, right? And that is first going to be the Sandbox Alpha Pass, and this currently stands at a 0.315 Ethereum floor price, and this is the Alpha Pass that was given to everyone who was able to play the Alpha version 1 of the Sandbox. And if you're not familiar with the Sandbox is an up-and-coming metaverse that is building, which we'll be releasing here in the near future. Now, they are currently in development, and they had this alpha back in November of 2021. And I was one of those people who participated in the alpha for this game, right? And I even purchased an alpha pass, and I was able to get airdropped 1,000 sand, which was roughly worth around $5,000. I was also able to receive 3 exclusive NFTs, right, for just holding this alpha pass here. And all of that made my purchase worth it, well worth it, in fact, right? And I think potentially there is going to be opportunity where the Sandbox is going to reward the holders of these Alpha 1 version passes here once again. Now, the Sandbox Alpha Season 2 is going to be happening here very soon. I believe I just saw a post from the Sandbox announcing that they are going to be having that Alpha version 2 sometime in the near future, but they did delay it or delete that post. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but I do know it's coming sometime in the very near future. And they have tweeted in the past that they are looking to reward holders. Now, they didn't say exactly what those rewards will be, but if it's anything like the first set of rewards we saw for Alpha Season 1, I am all in for it. Like I said, I was able to get airdrop 1,000 sand and 3 NFTs that were roughly worth around, I want to say $6,000 to $7,000 in total. So I thought that was really good value, and hopefully we can get something similar to that for Alpha Season 2. Now, I believe Alpha Season 2 is going to be offering new Alpha passes as well, right? And anyone is going to be able to play it. But I believe the first set of Alpha passes are going to be treated as a collectible in the future and can potentially receive rewards from the Sandbox team. And I really believe in the Sandbox game. I think they have done an excellent job at building it overall thus far. I played in the alpha, like I said. I thought it was extremely smooth, extremely fun, and they have secured a ton of different partnerships and collaborations with people in the community, businesses, companies, and very prominent brands outside of the NFT space. This is definitely a speculative play, but at the same time, these are the types of things that I think about when picking up NFTs. Is there possibly going to be future value that will be given to the holders of these NFTs? And I think the Sandbox will be providing that value here soon. So like I said, I am not entirely sure this is 100% confirmation, but these are just some things that I am thinking about, and I am holding on to my Alpha Pass. And finally, the last gaming NFT collection or types of gaming NFTs that I did want to mention here today are going to be associated with Axie Infinity. Now, Axie Infinity is by far one of the most successful play-to-earn games, if not the most successful one that has been created yet. It is played by over 1 million players and generates over millions of dollars in daily volume. Now, there's a part of their game that will be releasing later this year that is going to be called Lunacia, which is their land gameplay version of their game. And we can see some hints on what that will potentially look like here. And there's going to be items involved within this game that will give certain perks and benefits for the holders of those NFTs. And we can see on the Axie Infinity marketplace right here kind of what I am talking about, right? These items are going to play certain roles within the game that will provide certain access, certain perks, certain benefits for the people holding those NFTs. For example, let's take a look at an NFT called Beast Trunk, which is currently valued at 0.11 Ethereum at its very low price. And the overall advantage this NFT provides to the player is going to be increasing wood chopping speed by 3%. So by holding the Beast Trunk, right, you're going to be able to increase the speed at which you wood chop, which is possibly going to be an important resource you are going to need within the game, by 3%. And this can be something incredibly valuable for players if collecting wood is a major resource within the game and crucial to building out their ecosystem, building out their farm, or whatever they're doing inside of Axie Infinity's land gameplay. So these are the types of NFTs I find extremely interesting because they are providing these perks and benefits to the players that are holding them. And once land gameplay comes out, and if it is successful, I believe there's going to be a lot of demand behind these NFTs here and for certain items within the game. Now, it's going to be up to the public and myself to really determine which one of these items is going to play the best role and most important role for the people that are holding them. Because like I said, certain items, the ones that provide the most value, are going to be the most valuable, right, within this overall item NFT collection we are seeing here. So I found that really interesting, and there is a lot of NFTs that are located within the Axie Infinity item NFT collection that are under 1 Ethereum. So I think this is a perfect place to just start doing your research if you really believe in the Axie Infinity ecosystem, and if you believe they are going to deliver a really quality game with their land gameplay. And those are the 10 NFT collections that are located within those 4 different categories that are under 1 Ethereum or around that price range that I wanted to show you here today. Like I said at the intro of this video, I know there's a lot of people entering the space, a ton of new people entering the NFT ecosystem that don't have a lot of money to spend. So hopefully this video was able to provide you value and hopefully identifying certain NFT collections that have promise, which are in that price range. Now, I also do want to mention, just because I mentioned these NFTs here in today's video, that is by no means a guarantee that these NFT collections will succeed in the long run. There's many different factors that can play in that can ultimately lead to the demise of certain NFT collections and certain NFTs within games, profile pictures, avatars, land, you name it. So make sure you are always doing your own research and keeping that all in mind. Now I want to hear some of your thoughts. What did you think about the NFT collections I mentioned here in today's video? Is there any specific one that stood out to you? I would love to hear some of your thoughts down in the comments below.